You ever notice how some days you just can't bring yourself to care what you wear? Like you open your closet, see all your shirts, different colors, styles, maybe that one fancy button-up you swore you'd wear someday. And then you reach for the same hoodie. Again. Yeah, that one. The comfort hoodie. The one that's basically your emotional support animal at this point. And maybe someone jokes, "Dude, do you ever take that thing off?" And you laugh, but deep down you're like, honestly, no. I don't have the energy to decide otherwise. Welcome to the world of decision fatigue, where even simple choices start feeling like mental marathons.
You know that moment when you stand in front of your closet trying to pick an outfit and your brain just buffers like a spinning wheel of doom? Yeah, that's not laziness. That's decision fatigue tapping you on the shoulder, saying, "Hey buddy, I see you've made 200 micro decisions today already. Maybe sit this one out." Because here's the thing, every little choice you make costs energy. What to eat, when to reply to that text, whether to work out, which playlist fits your mood. And by the time you reach the "what do I wear" decision, your mental battery is already flashing red. So you default to the hoodie. It's safe, it's easy, it doesn't ask questions. And honestly, that hoodie understands you better than most people today.
Here's where it gets kind of nerdy, but stay with me. Psychologists had this idea that your brain's decision-making ability is like a muscle. You use it too much, it gets tired. Ever notice how judges, real judges in actual courtrooms, make harsher decisions right before lunch? Yeah, studies show they're more likely to deny parole when they're hungry or tired because their mental energy's spent. So if judges can't trust their brains when they're hungry, what chance do the rest of us have at 7 a.m. before coffee staring into the void of our wardrobe? Exactly. Decision fatigue doesn't care if it's big choices or small ones. They all pile up.
Now, multiply that by our world today. Notifications, messages, options. There's a setting for everything. Spotify gives you 1,000 playlists. Netflix has 10,000 shows. Even your coffee app asks, "Would you like to try a new roast today?" No, Karen, I just want caffeine and silence. It's no wonder our brains are exhausted. We're constantly bombarded with choose this or that, and every micro choice burns a few drops of that precious mental fuel. So when you pick that hoodie again, you're not lazy, you're conserving energy. You're basically a minimalist monk at this point.
You ever think about how many choices you've already made by lunchtime? Like wake up or snooze, what to eat, what to wear. Do I scroll social media, reply to that message, or ignore it? Take the long route or the shortcut? By the time you sit down to actually do work, your brain's been through a full-on obstacle course. And that's why simple decisions like, what should I make for dinner, feel weirdly hard. You know that sigh you let out when someone asks, what do you want to eat? And you just go, I don't care, you pick. Yeah, that's not apathy, that's exhaustion. It's your brain whispering, I've been the boss all day. Can someone else please take the wheel? That's why the hoodie becomes more than just clothing. It's stability, predictability, a way of saying, I'm done making decisions today. Think of it like a mental shortcut, a way to save brain power for things that actually matter, like surviving work or pretending to be functional in social situations. Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs famously wore the same outfit every day. People called it efficiency, but maybe it was just self-defense. When your day is packed with 1,000 important decisions, one less choice is a small victory. So yeah, wearing the same hoodie isn't a failure, it's strategy.
But okay, real talk. Sometimes I wonder if I'm using that strategy as a shield. Like, if I don't decide anything, I can't mess anything up. You ever feel that too? That tiny fear that your next decision might be the wrong one, so you just delay it? Put it off? Let it drift into the later pile that never gets smaller? That's decision fatigue's evil twin, avoidance. Because when your brain is tired, you start mistaking "I can't decide" for "I don't care." And that's where burnout sneaks in. Not all at once, just little pieces of you saying, "Let's not deal with that right now." Until suddenly, you're behind on emails, laundry, life, and wondering why you're always tired.
So what do you do about it? You can't exactly uninstall decisions from life, but you can simplify them. Make fewer unimportant choices. Wear the same outfit. Plan your meals once a week. Automate the boring stuff. Every tiny system you set up is like giving your brain a break. And those breaks matter. Because when you stop wasting energy on the trivial, you have more room for the meaningful. Like being present with people you love, or actually finishing that thing you've been putting off. Or just sitting on your couch, hoodie on, and not feeling guilty for it. So next time someone teases you about that hoodie, just smile and say, "It's not a fashion choice, it's mental health." Because maybe that's what balance really looks like in 2025. Not chasing every option, but choosing what keeps you sane. And if that happens to be one soft, slightly overworn hoodie, then yeah, that's okay. You're not indecisive. You're just done wasting energy on things that don't matter.
This is just the start of the conversation. Subscribe so we can keep talking. And seriously, drop your worst decision fatigue story in the comments. I promise to read them. Probably while wearing this same hoodie.